We're going to start with Colin and Liam Robinson. Both of them have told at the festival many times as youth tellers, but today is their first time telling as a tandem team, and I can't wait to see it. So please welcome to the stage Colin and Liam Robinson.
There once was a young man. He was born in the old country, far across the sea. But times were hard and he was young. So he sailed to America for a new home. He came to Boston. He had family there, but they were none too keen for one more mouth to feed.
One more mouth to feed?
He'd have to pay his own way somehow. Hard work, good luck, or extreme talent. Hard work was hard. Luck wasn't good. But he was tall. He was slick. He was fine. Every day he'd slink through the streets of Boston. The people there were thrifty and neat, but a tall, slick, fine young man could pull a wallet, pick a pocket watch, or grab a stylish hat pin.
Oh!
Yes, a tall, slick man could do very well indeed.
There once was a young lady. She was born in the old country, far across the sea. The times were hard, and her mama had died, so she sailed to America for a new home. She found her family in Chicago, but they were none too keen for one more mouth to feed.
One more mouth to feed?
She'd have to earn her way somehow, by sewing, cooking, washing, and tending dirty children.
Yuck.
But she was small, she was quick, she was fine. Every day she'd pick her tiny feet through the streets of Chicago. The people there were loud and busy, but a small, quick, fine young lady could slip a ring, pick a pocket, and pull the earrings right out of your ears.
The young man was very good, but pretty soon the police will get wise, and people will begin to remember that tall, slick, fine young man. And pretty soon the pictures at the post office were worrisome indeed.
The young lady was very successful, but soon the big bosses around town started to remember that small, quick, fine young lady, and the pictures on the lampposts were worrisome indeed.
So he boarded a wagon, then a boat, then a train, and headed west for greener pastures.
She boarded a train, then a boat, then a wagon, and got out of there just in time.
He got out of that last train just north of Salt Lake City.
She hopped out of that last dusty wagon on South Temple Street.
The streets were so wide, the city was so new. He was delighted. The people there were none too wealthy, and they were dressed rather plainly. But he'd make this work, somehow. First he followed one man, then another, then a whole group of women who all seemed to be with one man. That was confusing. So he crossed the street to start again. Then he felt for his own wallet and felt nothing.
She was so small and quick and fine that she slipped in with all those women with one man. That was curious. But she saw that tall, slick man cross the street, so she followed him and nicked his pocket as quick as you please.
She was pretty small and quick, but he was pretty fast too. He followed her down the street and into an alleyway, where his tall, slick legs finally caught up to him. "You're very good. I almost didn't feel a thing, and I'm the best there is, so I should know."
They decided to dine together that night, and the next, and the next, and soon they were planning a stolen life together. Oh, darling, we must marry. Think of the amazing pickpockets our children will be.
Think of the fortune we'll make together.
So they married at the courthouse the very next day.
During the early months of marriage, he went to work every evening. Even in a town like Salt Lake City, a tall, slick, fine young man could pull a wallet, pick a pocket watch, or grab a stylish hat pin.
Ooh.
Yes, a tall, slick man could do very well indeed.
Every morning she went to work. Even in Salt Lake City, a small, quick, fine young lady could slip a ring, pick a pocket, or pull the earrings right out of your ears. Oh! She was very good, but soon she wasn't quite so small or so quick.
Pretty soon they were boiling the water, calling the midwife, and waiting for the newest pickpocket in the whole territory to make his entrance. The little boy arrived without too much trouble, except, oh, look at the poor little thing. He's all crippled up. Look at his crippled hand.
And it was true. The baby's hand was twisted tight up against his body. They bundled him up and gave him to the father. He tried to pull on the arm, but it almost just snapped back into place.
The little boy was healthy otherwise. He ate well, he slept well, he didn't even cry much. But when the mother had recovered, they discussed what they should do.
We should take him to a doctor.
A doctor? Bah! We should take him to the most powerful man in the whole territory. The one man who could totally cure him.
So they dressed in their finest clothing and went straight to the door of the beehive house.
Where Brother Brigham was in his office, just as willing as he pleased.
Please, would you look at our child? He's been born with a terrible handicap.
Yes, a terrible, terrible handicap, which will prevent him from achieving the greatness he was born to.
Brother Brigham stroked his beard and leaned over the bundle. He had a lot of experience with children. A lot of children. 57 children. He reached in his pocket and took out his pocket watch and started swinging it in front of the baby. The baby's eyes followed him, back and forth, until finally the baby opened up the hand that was held so tight.
As the last finger was pried open, out dropped the midwife's wedding ring. It clattered to the floor.
Cling, clinkety, cling, clinkety, cling, 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 clinkety, cling, cling.
The baby reached out and grabbed the pocket watch and held it tight to its chest. Then, as slick as you please, the father grabbed the baby.
And as quick as you please, the mother opened the door.
And they headed down the street without even saying thank you. Because they were gonna do just fine.